It was many years ago when I was in high school. iPhones didn't exist yet, and the trendiest phones were Nokia and Siemens. Nokia had just released a new model with a color screen, and it belonged to the coolest guy in our school, Sam. Looking back, it's amusing, but at that time it was a breakthrough. You could even watch videos on that phone, despite the awful quality. Sam's mom allowed us to gather in their garage. While I wasn't friends with Sam, I was friends with Noah, who was friends with Sam, so I was occasionally invited to the garage too. Near our town, there's a ski resort just a couple of hours away. There were spooky stories about a ghost of a frozen girl on the mountain, foretelling death. Those who saw her didn't survive. To me, it seemed like a silly ghost story, but indeed accidents were common due to poor roads and almost no barriers. Back to Sam. After the New Year break, he gathered a group in the garage. There was an old sofa where Sam, Mike, Liam, and others hung out. This time I found myself near Sam when he passionately argued with Mike, claiming he had really seen the ghost on that mountain. I never thought Sam was the guy who believed in all this stuff. At some point, I burst into laughter. I just couldn't help it. They noticed, and Sam asked, "What are you laughing at, idiot?" I said it was all made up about the ghost, and it was strange that he believed in it. Sam laughed at me, calling me a whiner who couldn't see the obvious. That day wasn't the best for my reputation at school. About a week later, Sam approached me and said, "Come on, let's talk." We moved away from the others, and Sam suddenly pulled out his phone saying, "Look here, evidence that the ghost exists." He showed me a blurry, pixelated video from a moving car's window, and suddenly, a translucent bluish silhouette of a woman in a dress with long hair appeared on the road. I wanted not to believe, but it was challenging. Understand, these were times when faking such things was difficult. There were no neural networks generating everything, and YouTube was only a couple of years old. I couldn't say I fully believed. It was too unbelievable, but the discomfort of not knowing settled in me. I asked Sam how they survived that encounter, and he just shrugged. In early March, my parents decided to go skiing for the weekend. My sister, Meg, my mom, my dad, and I, all in a good four-wheel drive car for the snowy roads. It was great on the mountain. We rented a snowboard for me. In the evening, it was time to descend. Dad was a good driver, and the car was suitable for the slippery road. As we descended, I kept looking at the sides, curious in case the ghost really appeared. Then, in the night, on the winding road, snow falling, only the headlights illuminating the path, I saw a woman standing on the right side of the road ahead. At first, I thought it might be someone walking, but what would she be doing alone here at night? Then I realized her dress was too strange, too light for the weather, and her hair was flowing. I won't say she looked exactly like the girl from Sam's video, but I knew it was her. I don't know how, but I truly understood it was a ghost. And I screamed. What else could I do? I was scared that she foretold our death, that we would crash or go off the road. Dad slammed the brakes. Luckily, no one was behind us, turned to me and asked what was wrong. Mom and Meg were concerned. I tried to explain, pointing at the spot, but the words just got stuck. They didn't understand me. Later, I remained silent, not answering their questions, not telling them what scared me. I didn't want them to think I was crazy, but at that moment in the car on the mountain road, I really tried to speak but couldn't. Then around the bend, another car abruptly came out, clearly struggling to control it. I never understood those who drove regular cars on such roads. It's a pure risk. The car braked not far from us. And then I realized the ghost doesn't kill, she warns. If Dad hadn't stopped because of my scream, that car would have crashed into us, and we could have gone off the road. Dad went to argue with the other driver, though he seemed scared himself, understanding what could have happened. We got home, and I immediately said I was tired and went to bed. All night, that woman appeared in my dreams, just standing and watching, but I no longer felt fear. At school, I immediately caught Sam and told him I believed and that I had seen the ghost too. Sam looked at me carefully, then laughed, saying, "You almost got me there, dude. I almost believed you. Okay, I admit messing with you wasn't the best idea, I opened my mouth, wanting to say I really saw the ghost, but then I realized that the reputation of a lunatic wasn't what I needed, and laughed along with Sam. I said something like, "Yeah, I figured it out, just wanted to test you." The only thing that still bothered me was the video. But later, I stumbled upon a TV show where that exact footage was featured. Sometimes that woman still appears in my dreams even now. Every time, I know she's warning me about something, like a personal guardian ghost.